Conor Lehane, excitement abound around the county for Corkonians in the country and beyond. It's another All-Ireland final appearance, but from the players' point of view, you've been through this already less than 12 months ago. What's the feeling like in the camp as we head to another day at Croke Park?
There's a great buzz there now, to be honest, and the fact that it's 2 weeks, I suppose, you don't have enough time to get too carried away with it. And sometimes when it drags on a bit, you've more time to think, which isn't always the best thing. But certainly, as soon as the game was over, look, we enjoyed the moment and took it in. But straight away tonight, it was just back to business, back to the usual routine, and make sure we're approaching it like every other game. But like the anxiety will probably be that bit higher, purely for what it is. But the routine won't change, and the approach won't change.
For you, coming onto the pitch at Croke Park the last day and getting a feel for the game and coming on late as you did, I mean, you've had your injury concerns throughout the year, but a real boost for you to come on. You're in a crowded forward division and that panel, not just the 26 but the 38. It must be, those training matches must be seriously intense, because I would imagine, obviously everybody wants to get onto the All-Ireland hurling final panel, but for you personally, just getting on the pitch the last day, how important was that?
It was huge. It was unreal. Like, in a way, when you're coming on, you kind of want to focus on what you have to do and not get carried away with it. But like, it's hard sometimes to not kind of take it in, before the game to an extent. Everyone's mad to get game time, of course there is, and the strength of the panel is unbelievable. Like, and that's the way every panel should be. Even though you can get frustrated at times, or like every player. But like I said, the training matches that we do, everything that we do, we give it 100%, and it's a lucky few to get picked. But like, regardless whether on the 26, the 32, or the starting 15, we're a panel together, like, and every lad treats each other with respect and knows the effort everyone's putting through, and like, that's all you can really ask for.
Was a turning point for you, the Munster hurling final, just coming on and making the impact that you did, and then the penalty shootout?
Yeah, in a way, like I said, when you're kind of coming from the bench, you just want to always be prepared to kind of maybe come in at any stage, regardless if it's kind of the last minute or 5 minutes or a half. You'd be prepared to come on any stage and just make sure that what you're coming on is doing the right thing, rather than get carried away with the whole situation itself. So you're kind of on edge yourself, like we all are. But like I said, once you just want to make some sort of positive impact, regardless what it is.
Pat Ryan and the management team have been involved now for a number of years, but how important has Pat been to you, when maybe especially suffering through injuries, keeping you, involved, making sure that you kept your confidence up? I mean, obviously you're a self-motivated person, you have to do a lot of that yourself, but it just seems Pat and the players seem to have rallied around Pat and his management team since he's come on board. Is that a fair comment? And how important has he been to you?
Well, to be honest, everyone's involved in it. Of course, the management are huge, but like everyone, whether the background team, you'd be surprised. Like, it's the masseuses, it's the physios, it's the lads helping out, it's the selector. Like, it's everyone that has your back, and no matter what leg gets injured or is going through a bit of a tough time, everyone's there to support you. It's not left up to one person or anything. It's spread out, and it's the same with the players as well. Like, if you see a fella, like, everyone's been there at some stage. Yeah. It's not a nice place to be, especially when you see lads training and going to matches, and you might just have to sit there and watch and stuff. Like, it is very tough mentally, but when you have a supportive players around you and friends, like, it does help. It certainly does. But like you said, it's kind of up to yourself to make sure your head's in the right place and you're moving towards a goal.
You've certainly done that, and you seem to continually have done that, and you've edged your way back into the thinking of that starting 15 with even the cameo that you had the last day. Obviously you can only pick 15 in the starting lineup, but from your own point of view, how important is the next week and a half now, because this is the shop window to get your chance?
It is huge, but in a way you just have to make sure not to, I suppose what you can do is kind of overthink it and maybe try and overdo it. Yeah. When it comes to a bigger game, it's only, like, it's a human thing to do. Like, you just kind of overthink it, but like, the main thing is just keep your head, stick to the same routine, make sure the training that you have next is intense and is, I suppose everyone's fighting for a place in the panel now, so it'll be a lot more intense for certain fellas. But take each session as it comes, take it like any other week, because if you start drastically changing things, it'll only put you out of sorts. So you got to keep the head is the main thing.
It's been a long road for you with the Cork seniors. You're there 2011? No,
2011.
Yeah, when you first came on the scene. I'm not going to ask you, does it get any easier or harder? But from somebody who's been there, done that, and seen it over all the years, your experience is vital for some of the younger players that are on the panel now. Do you find yourself talking to them, or are they just self-motivated as the group, just getting on with it? But I just think with your experiences both on and off the pitch, and what you've achieved as well with Middleton, that your voice is valuable to a lot of the younger players.
Certainly, the one thing I do notice about younger lads is that they take big games in their stride, and like, I don't know, compared to when I was comparing myself and just the panic and the stress, like, so I used to be putting on myself before a big game. I see these lads at 20, 21, and they're just like, it's not knocking a shake out of them. It's very impressive. You're kind of really upset at yourself that you weren't like that at that age, like, but genuinely a lot of them, they're they're so confident. Like, I think a lot of us should have so much success underage, and they've been in huge games. And my age group, probably we didn't have the most success underage. When you see the lads winning All Irelands and Munsters at under 20 and minor, you could see why it stands by them then when it comes to senior, and it's unreal to see.
Having Brian Sanderson and Tommy O'Connell on the panel with you, fellow Middleton men, are they a help or a hindrance, at certain times?
Oh, absolute help. No. Yeah, you have to have a few lads to back you as well. You have to a couple of lads from home as well. But no, look, it's unreal to have lads from your own club to share that with as well. Like, it's always unreal to have that. But like you said, we're a Cork panel, so when it comes to this, we're all in it as one.
And just finally, I mean, obviously the hype is crazy. Everyone in the county is behind you. Everyone living abroad, around the world, just want to see you win an All Ireland. I know you feel that and sense that, but inside the bubble of the dressing room and inside the panel and being, away from that, that's very important for you because you need to focus. This is a serious test that's coming, but you must know and sense the hype every now and again. You must see it. You must get. It must get through to you at times. I know you're focused on the All Ireland final, but how lovely is it as a player just to sense it and see it from a distance?
It is unreal. Like, it's the way it should be, really. Like, if no one cared, then you'd be savage over that as well. So it's not a case before. When you're younger, you probably try and stay away from it and run away from it to stay focused. But in a way, trying to hide from it too much then is kind of wrong, because you're just kind of stressing yourself out over not talking. You should nearly embrace it to an extent, but have a time then we're like, all right, enough is enough there. Like, because you have to, we have our own perspective on it, because we're kind of going on the pitch and playing. But like, seeing the support from the crowd and people wanted to talk about it, and it's on social media everywhere, like, it's unbelievable to see. And like, it's the excitement there is what makes it all. So like, it's the fans, the supporters that make the sport what it is. It's great to be playing and to be involved in it, but like, it's nothing without any of that. So if that's hyped up, I drive it on as much as possible. Driving it
well. Of all the Cork players in this panel, I don't think anybody would deserve it more than yourself for the length of time you've been involved, and I mean that sincerely. And I know everybody in RedFM is behind you, and everybody in the county, as said, is behind you. And just finally, from your own perspective and family and friends, are you sorted for a ticket? Or are you able for tickets, or do you have any tickets? Or
we are given the allocation, so we actually don't know. So we'll have to keep quiet about it, though, just in case.
No problem. Listen, Conor, all the best,
much
man.
Appreciated.
And very
Thanks
best luck.
very much,
well done.
Gentlemen.
Thanks
Thank you.
Much.